Hi everyone, I'm Sarah and this is Budgetsew, where we create stylish, fashionable looks as inexpensively as possible. Today, I'm going to show you my Amazon sewing haul, including sewing patterns, sewing books, and sewing supplies. Just a quick note before we get started, the top that I'm wearing is McCall's 7869. The link to the sew along to McCall's 7869 is right here at the top of the screen. The items that I'm about to show you were all Christmas presents that Brad ordered for me, so I'm not sure what he paid, only that you could buy the same items off Amazon.ca if you wished. The first item that I got was this Folkwear pattern, number 128. The Russian settlers dress pattern from 1982 comes with patterns for the jumper pinafore dress, blouse, and apron, sewing instructions, embroidery designs, and instructions. The loose-fitting dress is gathered into a band that fits snugly around the body just above the bust. Back gathers are gracefully fitted to the body with a variety of embellishment techniques and may be made with traditional fullness or in a narrower version. The garment hangs from the shoulder straps that join at the center back and hold the voluminous gathers of the blouse in place. The sleeve and the body of the hip-length blouse are gathered into a narrow neckband, and the shoulder yokes are often decorated with traditional Russian punch needle embroidery or cross-stitch. The apron is worn over all. It ties at the waist, and the skirt, bib, and flounce are pleated in place. A narrow ribbon holds the bib pleats at the top and ties behind the neck. Traditional decoration also includes lace of colored ribbon in rows around the skirts of the pinafore dress and apron. Favored fabrics are vibrant floral prints, rayon chalice, mixing prints and colors for the pinafore dress and apron. Blouses are more often of solid, bright colors, which highlight the vivid embroidery. The suggested fabrics are light to medium weight fabrics such as silk, cotton, rayon, linen, or blends in chalice or crepe. This dress looks like a great summer dress. Then there's Folkwear pattern number 221. This English smock pattern from 2000 includes a pattern for a smock shirt and dress, sewing instructions, and smocking and embroidery designs and techniques. English smocks were most widely worn during the late 18th century. Shepherds donned the sturdy garments while tending their flocks. Carters and wagoners used them as dust coats while traveling unpaved roads. Butchers, bakers, fishmongers, and farmers wore smocks for work, and many had best smocks, usually white as well, for Sundays, special occasions, and to make a good impression at the annual hiring fairs. Today, smocks are favored by artists, craftspeople, and fashionable folks everywhere. Originally a man's garment, this loose-fitting smock is sized for women as well as men. Folkwear also sized the round smock for children. The round smock is mid-calf length and slips over the head. For children, the smock is knee length. The smock frock or dress has a button front opening and is tunic length. Both versions may be hand smocked on the front, back, sleeve, or easily mock smocked by machine with elastic. Instructions and designs for smocking and embroidery are included inside the pattern. The suggested fabrics are soft, medium weight fabrics with some drape such as cotton, rayon, wool, synthetics or blends in chalice, broadcloth, corduroy, or flannel. For an authentic look, linen or homespun. Smocking is in style and on trend this year. In the February 2022 issue of Berta Style, a tunic is featured with smocking at the cuffs. Model 177 with its relaxed cut and voluminous sleeves that are smocked at the ends. This model in fashionable seersucker is reminiscent of nostalgic prairie blouses. The slit at the neckline is closed with leather ties or worn very casually open. The next thing I have is this book, The Modern Girl's Guide to Hat Making by Mary Jane Baxter. Hats are back. Not since the 1950s has there been so much interest in what to wear on your head, and now's the time to join the party. Mary Jane Baxter, a successful milliner, author, and TV presenter, guides you step by step through the exciting experience of making your own hats at home. Doing away with the need for expensive equipment, Mary Jane shows you how to use basic ingredients and a few tricks of the trade to help you create stunning hats and headpieces with a vintage vibe and couture feel. From a simple glitzy headband to a show-stopping mini top hat, you'll be turning heads and wowing the crowds with your newfound skills. And for the hat shy, there's lots of useful advice. Finding the right hat is a bit like finding the right man, says Mary Jane. You need to try on as many as possible to get your eye in. Only then will you start to know what really suits you. Only then will you find the one. I like the To Russia with Love hat. This hat is a good one to start with as there are only 2 pattern pieces. It's made of fake fur, which can hide a multitude of sins. And what's more, it's very warm and looks terribly sophisticated. You don't need to worry about cutting out the faux fur on the bias, so just do it on the straight. However, when you're cutting the fur, do try to cut just the woven fabric base and not the fur itself, as otherwise it will end up looking chopped, a bit like a bad haircut. Another great hat is a simple felt cloche. This project was designed to give you a basic introduction to blocking a simple fitted felt hat on a traditional hat block. To make this hat, you'll need a basic domed hat block in your head size, plus a wooden breadboard. It's not very conventional, but it works. You'll also need a stand for your block, but you can always improvise with a mug or something similar. Try to find something 10 centimeters high. You can either leave this hat unstiffened to make it completely squashy, or alternatively, you can stiffen the top with a little PVA solution to give it a bit more structure. The trim is made of stiffened fabric circles. Fancy that! Another fun project in this book is the tea towel top knot. Here's a way of creating an oh so simple retro style top knot out of an old tea towel and some garden wire. It doesn't sound very glam, but make one and you'll be pleasantly surprised by the magical transformation. Choose an interesting tea towel, perhaps a souvenir or a seaside one. The wackier the tea towel, the more eye-catching the top knot. If your tea towel is new, wash it first to make sure it's nice and soft. Next I have the Singer Sewing and Detail Scissor Set with a comfort grip. These 8.5-inch fabric scissors are designed to cut easily and cleanly through fabric, and the 4-inch mini detail scissors are fashioned for precision cutting. The professional grade precision blades are durable stainless steel for long-lasting sharpness and resistance against rust and scratches. The comfort grip handles are made to be used by right or left-handed users and features ribs for secure grip. The handles are made from strong, lightweight thermoplastic rubber. Fabric only, and snip messages on the handles keep users from mistaking one for the other. Use only on material that they were designed to cut. Oil the joints regularly and keep the scissors clean and moisture-free. This package contained 1 pair of each of the 8.5-inch sewing scissors and the 4-inch detail scissors. These scissors are great, and I love that they're labeled. Next I have Refashioned, cutting-edge clothing from Upcycled Materials by Sass Brown. The area of recycling and upcycling is a rich and growing source of innovative design in the fashion and accessories industry. In a fashion-fast world of throwaway clothing, the upcycling of recycled materials and discarded garments is the ultimate expression of the slow fashion movement, with every piece individually conceived and crafted from scratch. This book showcases the work of 46 international designers currently working with materials in this way, reinvigorating them with new life and value. The result is beautiful and desirable clothing and accessories that also make an important statement to the fashion world about its wasteful practices. One of the designers in the book that I really liked was Galileo, which was founded in 1998 and is based around a passion for research and is a celebration of creativity and handcraft. Galileo bags and purses are hand crocheted in Brazil and entirely produced from salvaged soft drink can ring pulls. It kind of reminds me of chainmail. Piece by Piece is another designer that I really like. This company reminds me of Upcycled in Vancouver. Limited edition pieces are inspired by San Francisco's urban landscape and produced from an ever-changing stock of luxury textile industry discards. This is a personal response to the overwhelming amount of waste produced by the fashion industry. Textile and garment manufacturer, as a matter of course, throws away thousands of fabric swatches each season, along with damages and factory offcuts, and the leftovers from garment production. They take the traditional route, from fabric mill and garment manufacturer direct to landfill. Piece by Piece imagines new lives for these unwanted scraps, piecing them together to form a new whole, hence the name, and making wearable contemporary clothing. One more designer that I'll show you from this book is Junkie Style. With a focus on individuality, no two garments are the same. Born of resourcefulness, the company specializes in producing its designs from the highest quality of second-hand clothing, as well as from pre-consumer damaged goods, decommissioned military gear, shirts, knitwear, trench coats, and denim. Reworking men's suits and shirts into experimental yet playful women's wear, the designers managed to walk a fine line between cutting-edge design and playful flirtatiousness. Junkie Style has been described as producing an eccentrically chic line of mutant couture and high-fashion street couture. Simplicity 8378 was published in 2019 and is a sewing pattern for Mrs. Knit pants with 2 leg widths and options for design hacking. Simplicity's pattern hacking collection is designed to put the creativity in your hands. Starting from basic shapes, use these patterns and instructions to sew unique pieces and build your own perfect wardrobe. Simplicity presents several options, but challenge your creativity to look for other unique ways to hack the pattern. See how far you can take it. For example, this pattern, you could take the wide leg pants and transform them with an angled hem. Or take the slim leg pants and crop them. This pattern is designed to work with stretch knits only, such as interlock, jersey, and spandex blends. As soon as I got the pattern, I opened it up and was pleased to see some sewing tips in the sewing directions, just like good old Simplicity patterns from the 1970s. For example, there's a section called Make Knits Work for You. It said, use a ballpoint needle and pins. The ends are slightly rounded, which means they push between the loops of fabric rather than pierce tiny holes to make their way through like regular needles. This will help avoid damaging fabric. Smaller needle for light fabrics and a larger needle for heavier fabrics. Other tips included fight the stretch. Resist the urge to stretch your fabric when sewing. Do not resist the feed of the machine by pulling the fabric through. Let your fabric make its way naturally. One more great tip was brace yourself. Support the weight of your fabric as it passes through your machine. Don't let the poor thing fall to the ground, as this will stretch your fabric. Add support around your machine to give your fabric a helping hand. I know that my mom, as an experienced sewist, struggles sewing knit fabrics, so these tips were made especially for her. The next item I have is a package of 10 Schmetz universal needles. This package contains 2 of the 70, 3 of the 80, 3 of the 90, and 2 of the 100 needles. These needles are for most wovens and knits. Materials such as leather, denim, stretch, or coarse knitwear can be sewn more easily with one of these needles. These needles have a slightly rounded point and work with all household sewing brands. The final item I have is a package of Singer 10-pack regular point universal sewing machine needles in 3 sizes. This collection includes orange banded size 80 or 11 needles, blue banded 90 or 14 needles, and purple banded size 100 or 16 needles. 3 different size needles accompany this pack, so I can sew projects using lightweight, medium weight, and heavyweight fabrics. Singer sewing machine needles are universal, meaning they work with Singer, Brother, Kenmore, and other quality brand sewing machines. So I can use these needles with my Kenmore sewing machine. These Singer needles are also perfect for my brand new serger, which I'll show you in a future video. I hope you enjoyed my Amazon sewing haul. Please like and share this video with your friends and family. I love sharing my new, vintage, and out-of-print sewing patterns, and my tips, tricks, quick fixes, and even my mistakes when sewing along with you. I also love sharing my wonderful fabric finds that I thrifted from charity shops, as well as brand new fabric online and in-store. If you'd like to see more from Budgetsew, please subscribe and press the bell so you receive a notification when I release a new video. If you'd like to stay up to date with Budgetsew, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Budgetsew. Thanks for watching. See you next time.